Your old friend B, thank you. Oh, no problem. I just received a pretty big raid myself, and that was like the best place to go. From what I saw. I don't get viewers like that on the regular, but it's cool that that many people stopped by and watched. Yeah, I saw Zeal. That's why it was live, but did he actually? Did he get world record last night? I feel like I would have seen that in the F7 Discord. You just mean like he's a, yeah, he's a world record level runner of the game. Yeah. I feel like I would have heard the news by now, but I guess now I'm hearing it. Nice preemptive. $6:30:58. What the fuck? That's the fucking time. Holy shit. That's a spicy old time. Holy shit. Did his OBS go down, or did his internet just cut out? Do you know? Yeah, that's an insane time. I knew he was probably gonna get a time like that, but I was expecting, because like had these problems crop up in the stream, so he had to like take a break. I was expecting it to take longer than that, but god damn. 6:30:58. What a fucking time. Jesus. I would say I'm jealous, but like it's not like he doesn't deserve it. Like fucking hell. He worked hard. Yeah, he worked hard for that. Had to deal with fucking internet issues, like all that shit. Okay, we're gonna have to be a bit careful with movement here. It's a banger of a time. All those like 6-5-1 chokes he's had to take on the chin. Like, you know, this game, it's pretty hard, you know. Everyone makes mistakes while running this game. At that level, you make a mistake that costs you, like, the world record. Like, that must be exponentially harder to take on the chin. But he's managed to, like, just take it on the chin and push through and get a 630. So, yeah. Good shit, Zeal. All of that, it doesn't really mean anything coming from me, but, I mean, yeah, that's huge. Okay, so Cloud Attack for 38. So we're missing 52 damage. If I had done on the bolt instead of an attack, it would have been 52 more damage. Because he attacked for 38 and the next bolt was 90. So let's say, yeah, we're missing out like 52 damage worth. Oh, awesome. Should have maybe done an attack for Baron instead. Come on, crit. Crit like you've never crit before. Yeah. So he's at 105. Even a back crit, so still gonna need a second action. Yeah, if we did a bolt instead of cloud attack at the start, we wouldn't have needed this bar attack, so. Alright, yeah, we need to be careful with moving here. Be careful, make sure I didn't run too far there. Yeah, look how close that encounter was. I'm vindicated and being careful approaching ladders. because that was, you know, that was a very fast encounter force. $630.58. Fucking hell, man. That's insane. Not great. Alright, we got the potion drop earlier. Yeah, these are my PB splits, and that's with turbo. And I had to sell my fucking soul just to get a time like this. Like, I had to give it my all. I had to sacrifice everything to get that fucking time. Just so you understand how crazy of a time 630 is. Yo, Snowflake. Yo, thank you. We're technically ahead of this right now. The split says we're breaking even with this splits comparison. We had a really, really nasty encounter just after Guard Scorpion in my PB. And you know that elevator, which I did the fraction neutral reset in? Like, I entered that elevator at like 11:03 or something stupid. Whereas just now we entered that elevator at like 10:52, so we're actually ahead of this right now, but won't last. We're also running against right arm on these splits anyway. I got the potion drop earlier, so we don't need to grab that here. Yo, fickle Snowflake. Leia was talking with Luz about it. Oh, did Luz do a little reaction to it, did he? No one makes mistakes in this game. The game decides you need a mistake. That's a nice option to select that one. I should probably consider that more often. Give all your heart, soul, and your born child to get sub 650. I've got a sub 640. Okay, cool. It's just on the turbo category. I didn't sell my soul for this time. Like, I try-harded for my 653 on non-turbo, but I didn't really sell my soul the same way I did when I got my turbo PB. And when I was grinding for my current turbo PB. I've already got a sub 650. In fact, I got a sub 640. But I mean, we were talking about the category that Zero was running, which is no sorts of non-turbo, so fair enough. I don't expect getting sub 650 on non-turbo is going to take quite as long, or it won't be quite as arduous as of a journey as getting sub 640 on turbo, but I don't know, with how I've been feeling about this game lately, maybe. I was expecting there to be a bit more excitement in the 7 Discord there, but whatever. 558. Well, I guess that's more than 557. Let's call that 557 just to skip. Question is, did his OBS crash, or did his internet just go off? If his internet just went off, then I expect Zero would have a local recording, because, you know, he's been having internet issues. So, I mean, he probably records his runs anyway, but if there's an OBS crash, then we're in the same boat as before, where best finished run of the game has a, you know, has a hole in the recording. Shit menu, whatever. Better than accidentally buying 18, I guess. Not to sound too conceited, but it just dawned on me, that's the first world record. Actually no, not if you include the other categories. But ever since I got my PB, that's the first No Smarts world record that's happened. All the previous world records, I was too much of a noob to really appreciate just how much of a good time it was. It was just kind of like, yeah, they're obviously better, but can't see what's better. But where I am currently with FF7, I can very much see what the disparity is and see what the difference is. I have more of an understanding for just how much of a fucking insane time that is. Like, the last few world records were like insane times, but I wasn't good enough at the game, I didn't have enough to understand about the run, or whatever you want to call it, to really appreciate it. Where do I have time saves at? So in my Turbo PB, which is like 13 minutes faster than this, my biggest time save is Palmer, and also I made a bit of an oopsie at Demon's Gate, and that cost me like over half a minute. But my biggest time save is still Palmer. But it's right before the Red Dragon split, where I have a crazy traversal to Temple of the Ancients. It's so easy to just lose a minute on the way to Temple of the Ancients. Like, you have no idea. I mean, you probably do, but just as a figure of speech, just like, yeah, my biggest time saves are Palmer, but right after that I have a crazy split, so it's not even that motivating. It's like, oh, I can pull ahead after Palmer and then just fucking get shafted on the way to the Temple. Even if I do every minute, go for every minute, you could still just get shafted on the way to the Temple. Like, aside from the Call to Bronco minute, I just YOLO'd that shit, and it was just like an insane traversal to Temple. I don't know about these splits though. I know I have a decent amount of time to save at MK, decent amount of time to save at Palmer, decent amount of time to save Icicles to Schizo. It's like up to 3 minutes to save between Icicles and Schizo, or between Snowboard and Schizo, let's call it. I've got like easily like 3 minutes to save there. Got just over a minute to save from Barrett skipped the bottom as well. Yeah, I don't really pay much attention to where my time saves are on my non-turbo splits, because they're just time save everywhere. Like, the fact that my turbo PB's like 13-14 minutes faster, like, I don't even need to know where the time saves are, really. They just happen, you know? I mean, they just happen anyway, but you know what I mean, like... There's no need to be like, oh, got time save here, gotta lock in. I just save time for free, because... my non-turbo PB's just dog shit compared to my turbo one. Just literally time save everywhere. Practice Palmer, there's nothing to practice about Palmer. Okay, we got a lucky D-pad combo there. Yeah, we got lucky with our inputs there. I'm not gonna say I didn't intentionally try to do it that fast, it just happened. That was a bit of luck. It's just luck. The reason it's luck is because my the pad underneath my D-pad, you know, like the foundation pad. Let's call it. That's not what it's called. But like the pads that are underneath, like they're worn in such a way that it just allows you to just randomly do fast guard skips, even if you're not trying to do them. Like every time I go for guard skip, I follow the baby steps, you know. All the steps they tell you to do while you're practicing. Follow every baby step, but half the time it just randomly gives me a quick one. I'm not even trying to go for it, it just happens. But Palmer is just luck. Yesterday I made a mistake on Palmer where Cloud died and it didn't have his limit for Red Dragon. But the run was already dead at that point. I was basically just playing it out, just for the sake of playing it out. The run was already dead, so I wasn't, you know, I was mentally checked out. But Palmer, you don't really need to practice. It's just luck whether the bio sticks or not. Like, there's a bit of skill involved for, like, DPSing your dice in, if you get the opportunity to use dice and stuff like that. There's a little bit of a skill ceiling, but it's not much. It's pretty on rails, that fight. You just hope bio sticks, and then you throw your mollies until we have like a certain amount of mollies left. I chuck mollies until I have like 4 mollies left, like Molotovs. Yeah, I'll hit him. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Palmer itself is not really a fight you really practice. It's just, you know, just practice getting lucky, I guess. That being said, one potential point of practice, which I do need to practice, which is related to that, is Bronco to Coral 0 encounter minute, which you open the menu right after Palmer to poke the IDT to what your IDT is in the menu. And then damn, we didn't get the lucky turnaround. Runs cast. Yeah, so you know when the buggy's landed and there's like little cutscene that's after the FMV, like you close the last text box on that cutscene when your IDT client thing, either browser or live split, like ticks over to a certain number that you. Okay, so yeah, we have like a sheet which is just like a list of IDTs, or some people, if they're dedicated enough, they will practice the specific IDTs and they'll put it into like an Excel sheet, or they'll just do it in a run and it worked in a run, so they'll add it to the list of reliable IDTs that they can use. But yeah, either way, like you wait for a certain IDT and you close that last text box on that IDT. And then you gotta do some movement on the way to the... .407 basket exit. Non-turbo, that's pretty decent. Or at least for me anyway. Yeah, you gotta do... Depending on the IDT you aim for, you need to do your world map movement. Like, not robbing off on anything, just like avoiding bonking on anything. And then you gotta line up with a specific point. Or at a specific point on the way to... What was this? Yeah, on the way to parking, and on the way to doing a movement to get up to Coral Mountains. A specific part on the ocean where you need to line up, and then you hold right until you get to a certain point on the land, then you get off. And depending on the IDT, yeah, depending on the IDT, you gotta, while you're doing your drift or third-person movement or whatever the fuck you do, after a certain amount of arm swings, you need to like open the menu. And on some of them, you need to open the menu again after a certain amount of extra arm swings once you've exited the menu the first time. And if you do that correctly, you can get to North Coral with no encounters from the Bronco to Coral Mountains. So that is something worth practicing that's around Palmer. And also MK itself, which is just before Palmer, that's worth practicing. 606 dressing room revisit. But on turbo, that's fine. It's decent. For me, anyway. Turns out I don't actually have a granny mash today. It's still not a great mash, but compared to how my mashing has been on recent attempts, my mashing's actually fine today. It's pretty reassuring. Like, it's not crazy, but it's definitely up to the level of what my mashing was at when I got my non-turbo PV. But yeah, Palmer itself, like, as long as you're paying attention to the fight and you don't let Cloud die and lose his limit, which the time you lose from that, you lose later on. Provided Bio's already stuck. Like, if Bio's already stuck, but then Cloud goes down and loses his limit, you don't really lose time on the Palmer split itself, but unless Cloud gets targeted enough on the way to Red Dragon, you will lose time on Red Dragon, like forcing the limit. Or forcing an encounter to get the limit, or allowing yourself to get targeted get the limit. You will lose time from that. But yeah, like, Palmer's mostly just a case of hope bio sticks, throw your mollies, buffer into dice, if it's not too late into the fight. Like, there is some skill to knowing when it's worth using the dice or not. If it gets towards the end of the fight, and Kate just about gets the limit, I'm probably not going to use that dice. But if it's early on, and bio has stuck, and I can DPS into the dice, then I'll probably do it. There is some skill to knowing, like, when to stop the full mollies, and when to, like, use specific limits and stuff like that. Internalizing the stack order so you know who to heal and can make sure that you can get all heals in and shit like that, but it's, you know, it's not really that deep. It's just, in my PB at least, like, I didn't make any mistake during the Palmer fight to make me lose that much time. Bio just didn't stick. I made a couple of, like, movement errors in that split, but, like, in terms of, like, in the fight itself, I didn't really make any mistakes. Didn't really make any mistakes in the actual fight itself. I just got unlucky, and bio just wouldn't stick. Which, yeah, to be fair, we did get first try bio and MK, but bottom 12 was third try, and then Palmer felt like 10th tries. Fucking stupid. It was really bad. And then that tilted me, and then decided to be more YOLO at DG, and I got punished for it. The thing I YOLO'd at DG wouldn't have even saved time. It was just cockiness. I was just like... in my head, I was just like, yeah, I know this Molotov's gonna kill. I'm gonna throw this molly now, early. Just to show the game that I'm not scared. And we got through the fight, but... I basically just lost time of variance at DG, but I'd already lost like a minute of Palmer before that point. I don't need to remove material for Cloud here. Like, I don't need... like, typically, not always, but sometimes I remove material off of Cloud, because his magic material decreases his strength stat, so if you remove both of his material, he's more likely to have... he's more likely to roll enough damage with the Braver at the start of the fight, so you don't have to sit through an extra wave from apps. But he rolled 21 during the tail laser phase, like with his attack, so I'm gonna not remove his material. However, we didn't use a Braver with Cloud during the Guard Scorpion fight. He has his Braver ready, but we didn't use one, so I'm gonna put Hyper on Cloud. I just grabbed the Hyper that was behind Donkanio, he was bad for that reason. And the rationale behind that is, well, you might think, well, if you're going to go into the menu to put the Hyper on Cloud, I may as well move both the material. The thing is, right, provided the wave doesn't miss, which occasionally it does, but most of the time it lands, if you put Hyper on Cloud but don't move the material, and then there's Braver low rolls, and then you have to sit through an extra wave, well... provided the wave doesn't miss, then that means Cloud's got an extra limit ready for later on. Okay, start. 490. Yeah, I think we're fine. 490 is fine. 146, yeah, I think we're more than alright, actually. .181 wave. Not the best wave in the world, but I mean, we had a 490, so we're probably fine. Decent grenade rolls as well, 145. 45, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Sub 36 kill. Nice. Don't, okay. We were kind of sloppy there, but not the same. Not in the same manner that it was sloppy yesterday. It was so sloppy yesterday that I ran back on myself, which scared the shit out of me. I still made it, you know. I managed to catch up on steps, but it was still unnecessary stress for no reason. Nice. Oh, come on. 2 bonks, really? Awesome. You pressed R1 once you grab the ladder after abs. Yeah, typically I do that. Like, if you look at the input display on my recent attempts, I've been like holding R1, and when I got my PB, I also did the same. I was holding R1 around that corner. I just didn't that time for some reason. I got so caught up in thinking about yesterday when I ran back on myself that I just forgot to add the R1. Be alright though, yeah. Like, after you climb that ladder, if you're holding R1 while running up right, like, you'll be fine. You just need to release R1 at a certain point. 255, train aerial exit. That's alright. Got to eat something before I went live. Still ahead of my... No. Bit of movement there. Fine there. Awesome. Sub 42 kill. Cool. What about that text box? We're fine on movement, so I don't need to worry about that, unlike yesterday. I caught up yesterday, but it was still just unnecessary stress for no reason. can jaywalk here, as long as I don't waste too much movement running out of this encounter. Okay, we don't need to heal anyone, that's good. They're all above half of my max HP. Jaywalk. I think this is equivalent to like 21 steps, something like that, but it's consistent. Gotta walk around 21 anyway, depending on where you get the encounter. If you get the encounter too early, then you can't do the jaywalk, you have to walk a step sooner, but... So Zeal has both the NA any percent world record and the no slots world record, as well as I believe the slots world record. I believe he has that too. Don't believe there was a glow at the end there. I'm gonna assume there wasn't, because I didn't see a glow. There's a chance that sometimes there's a glow that just doesn't show up in the feed, but it actually does happen. Looks like we're waiting until like 3:30 or just before 3:30. We'll see what the results are if there was a glow at the end that I didn't see. Let's see, phantom glow. Apparently I have tomorrow off work, that's cool. So if I fuck up today, then I won't have to feel too bad because I have tomorrow. That's cool. So if there was a glow at the end, which I'm pretty sure there wasn't, it's more or less the same results. The list 169 Group 9 is 4:3 to 21:3, whereas if there wasn't a glow at the end, which I'm pretty sure there wasn't, it's 3:17 to 33. I didn't see a glow at the end, so I'm just going to assume there wasn't a glow. So just before 3:30. 9169. There's no stone in it in any of those. Whatever. Just before 3:30. If I leave too early, then it's fucked. But yeah. 1, 2. That was just before 3:30. I left that. 3:17 to 33. I'm pretty sure that was after 3:17 as well, so I think we're fine. Would have liked to have had 57 grenades, but 56 is fine. I just need to make sure I land the elevator manip. Okay, the second list variable screen is negative 58 plus 22, so I can take the shorter path. It's basically what that means. The next screen is negative 41 to plus 4, so I can also take the shorter path there. Plus 25. Run up, plus 25. For 4 and 0. I'll open group 0, list 144, just in case there was a glow at the end. But I'm gonna go and expecting it to be group 9. Well, both the other sheet, just in case. What was it? Group 0, 144. .49. 49 is a few frames earlier than the panel press if we're doing group 9. Though, what is this? Hello? It's over. It's over. I got stuck on something there. Fuck, man. 174. There's no... Oh, that's fucked. It's fucked. What did I get stuck? How did I get stuck there? To look back at my input display later on. The list definitely advanced from me having to do an extra pole animation there, like an extra pole cycle. We've already bought the specific amount of grenades for our elevator though. Like if we take stairs, we're not going to have enough for the trophy wheel. I'll just have tomorrow. I'm gonna go in as in... I'm just gonna go in and do the stuff for the group and list, but we're not gonna make it. There's definitely an extra whole cycle in there. Pressed control a little bit too early there. We're not gonna have enough grenades. We're gonna have enough grenades anyway. We need enough grenades for Chocobo and Mobile. Hey, Chu. Yeah, I messed up. I got stuck on something going up to the pole, and I don't know what went on there. I'm just gonna hope I don't make that same mistake again. Need to show the hard reset again. The RNG? Nah, that wasn't RNG. I messed up movement on the way up. The second to last screen for outside Shinra headquarters. I bonked and got stuck and didn't make it to the second, not the second pole cycle, but the usual pole cycle that we grab. Like, so the pole cycle we grab, it's as soon as you see the pole, it's the second swing after the first one. I got stuck somewhere and I didn't make it to that cycle, so. That wasn't RNG, that was a skill issue. 100%. That was a sheer, unadulterated skill issue. Can't blame the RNG for that. Leave that, please. Sawi Kodan. No potion drop. I don't know. What the fuck was that? Be extra careful leaving the elevator. Slow. Yeah. Not surprised. Probably doesn't matter. Probably wasted too much movement. Oh, no, guess we're fine. Might have on, yeah, I might have underwarped there, but just play it out and see, I guess. Well, I don't think we were getting Barrett's attack in there, even if I decided to attack with Cloud instead, so... don't think that's enough. Oh, it is. Okay. 26. I'm 20. That's a good bravery roll. $9.19, and we have a braver stopped. Cool. Cool. Yeah, small chance we have to call it, perhaps. Well, 6 seconds faster than last time, and we have a braver stopped. Yeah, there's a chance that we'll just have to stop at apps. And then get preemptive. What's that, man? Good thing this is a NA and not JP 1.0. If that was JP 1.0, I might have killed my steps there. Tried to min-max a little bit too hard there, grabbing the potion, but the only relevant variable that matters there is the list. Like, the list is moving like while those sparks are happening. So it does affect what elevator we're gonna get later, but as for steps, it's fine. I mean, yeah, the step ID might have already ticked over to 42. Small chance of that being the case. And if we don't get preemptive apps, then I'll just have to call it. And that'll be us for today. Fucking knew it as well. Normally I'd keep a second try Jesse skip, but I'm unsure as to whether or not step ID has rolled over or not. Because we did have that bonk on the way up to the elevator. So just go again. I would have just been worrying about whether I was going to get preemptive apps or not, like the whole time, up to apps. Nice miss, idiot. Wasted a little bit of movement there, but it should be fine. I think we're getting it. No. Man, come on. Powered attack for 39. missing 45 damage. 94 minus 39 is... That's 55 even. I'm missing 55 damage. Unless this crits. Yeah, no. Ooh. That helps. So Bolt was like 94, so it was probably like 46 or 48. It would have been if we did Bolt instead of attack during the kill laser phase. He's on 58. So that means if I did Bolt instead of attack with Cloud at the start, and I did a Bolt during the tail laser phase, then he would have been dead, essentially. Breaking even with PB, but I'm pretty sure my PB has a braver stopped, leaving Garswalk in. But whatever. $11.20. It's really bad. Yeah, we're in the red. We have plenty of time save later on, though, Leo. Look at my best possible time. Look at my final split time, and then look at my best possible time. We've got plenty of time to save. But I guess if we have best possible time, then we don't need any splits. Okay, anyone... For whoever wants to look at my splits, you can look at my splits there. Just go to the Montalvo comparison. Or whatever comparison you want to look at. I'm just going to compare to no splits for now. Come on. What are you doing, man? Wake up. .601 Jesse skip. That means it would have still been a bad Jesse skip time, even if I had not done that extra sub-menu thing I did there, but... Still faster than not getting Jesse skip. Forehead. These splits will just be really easy to run against next time when it's fun Pvs. Just means they're going to be easy to run against. Not a sloppy menu. Love to see it. God damn it. This is like a second and a half over the course of the run compared to her being named T. sloppy, but that's fine. Still a 4x. Wow, nice movement, dipshit. Wow, that was slow. Same basket exit time as last time, that's good. Wow. So far, dressing room you can visit. (908) desk corner. It's not great. Flow section there, based on the music. Great grenade rolls so far. That's awful. That is fucking awful. 4-5. $180. Yeah. Let's skip Cloud's grenade here. Oh, missed. Okay, I'm vindicated on not grabbing the hyper and putting on Cloud because that missed. Yeah, that's the movement Framby was talking about earlier. This is a change. Was that on Cloud? I mean, I'll soon find out if it was on Cloud or not. It's good if that was on Cloud. Put an attack in here. I don't think it's gonna matter. Gets allowed. Good thing about Cloud not being hypered, it means that he's more likely to land his hits on Reno. being a hypered or in Fury status decreases his dexterity by 5%. It's still possible for him to miss an attack, but it's a lot less likely for it to happen. But I mean, if he gets pyramided first turn again, like it did last time, then that just doesn't matter. 256, Triumviral exit. Once again, not great. Wasted a bit of movement there. Still doing better movement-wise than last time. Should go through. Went out one pace placement. Nice bonk. RNG minute. Gone up plus 52. Gone up plus 52. Gone up. Yeah, you just hold left there. I don't know why I was holding up left or down left or whatever the fuck it was. You just hold left. You jump up to that bit. Run up plus 52. So 18 there. So 18 in this group for the fast form. There, land. The limit overrides confuse. I didn't know that. That's some niche bit of info that I wasn't all around. Oh well. $42, $46.50. $46.50, 54. Probably heal Cloud here, but one, he's not hypered. Two, that last encounter is really shit. The encounter we just had there was like, that was a really quick escape, but the one before was like really slow. And also he's not hypered. He still has a chance of dying here, but... yeah, I'm not particularly fond of this run. Wasted a little bit of movement there. It's not too important, it's not enough for us to fall behind on the steps, but I just need to take note of it when I'm trying to skip the next encounter. Not a great start, ATB wise. Okay, yeah. Keep talking for hours. Of course. Use it now before he dies. Wow. This is why we used it, but that's still pretty bad. Could make things messy later on. Yeah, I especially should have healed Cloud because he had cover on him, so... Sucks to suck. Oh. Oh, it just hit me, actually. Okay, so... because we took elevator and we got all those extra encounters, normally Cloud would be over-leveled for J-Buff. But now, because he died at Sample, he should be level 11 at J-Buff. That might actually be for the best. Typically, if you get that many encounters in the elevator, you expect a level 12 Cloud, which is over-leveled. Like, you want his max HP to be like below 370. And if it's level 12, even if you put Shiva on to reduce his max HP, it's still going to be way above 370. So it might actually be for the best that Cloud died there. Because he died there, we might have a level 11 Cloud for J-Buff still. Might actually be for the best. No paralysis dodge, Sag. Not quite a sub 6 dead president, but a sub 6 screen entrance, at least. This is bad. I need to sync it too. After I fail these preambles. Red Eris Barrett. I didn't miss her name, by the way. Her name is Eris. It's a game that spells it incorrectly. You do guard skip because you're skipping the section where you rename her. And in the code, before you get to that part of the game, her name is Eris. Oh, sorry, Arif instead of Eris, which is what it should be. It should be Eris. So that's it's not just me misspeaking like I usually do when I mispronounce words. Normally it's me stumbling over my words, but yeah. I didn't misspeak. That is her name, Eris. Okay, neither Barrett or Red are close to the limit. Red gets crit here somehow, maybe you can get a limit. Not counting on it. no quick draw, surge. Okay, there's no need to do the motorway strat. There might have been an argument for still doing the motorway strat if Cloud didn't die a sample, because it'd be looking like we'd have a level 12 Cloud with J-Buff, which means the lasers from J-Buff wouldn't fill the limit bar all the way from 0. But because Cloud died at sample, then there's no need to do the motorway strat, because we just used our 5th Braver just then. Five Braver stopped, Cloud died at sample, so there's pretty much no way of us getting a level 12 Cloud now. So there's no need to do any shenanigans here. We're starting off with 3 orange spikes, so may as well just let them deal the damage. Tifa and Barret don't need to take as much, because Cloud's still front road. Yeah, Cloud's still front road because we haven't done the menu yet. So the back attack at the start of the fight should deal more damage to Cloud. Wait, no. Because he's front road, the back attack at the start of the fight will deal less damage to Cloud. Because it deals less damage, he's more likely to have a higher HP than a Barret and Tifa. So unless he crits one of them, or he misses one of them with his back attack, then yeah, Barret and Tifa don't need to take as much damage here. think before the back attack, Cloud still had a higher HP than both of them. But... Right, defend with Barret. Yeah, because it was back attack, he didn't his limit bar didn't fill up all the way there. So we're having to pivot back to the 10 grenade strat, but that's fine. We just do an extra grenade after the 5th bolt. And it's the same, pretty much. Typically you do the 5th bolt with Cloud and you hold on the grenade submenu of Tifa, like the item submenu, but I could just do Cloud's 5th bolt, Barret grenade, then hold on Tifa. And it's the same. Fifth bolt coming up. Normally I don't put the Barret grenade through, but we're on grenade short because we tried to go for the 9 grenade strat, but then we have to pivot. What are you want to do? Okay, that's dumb. It's supposed to be grenade, I held on, not beat rush. Maybe oopsie there. That means we have to use Barret's limit instead of Tifa's. Okay, 131.44. So it's 35 for after Barret skip IGT. So that's 16, 19. 132.19. Four left, 4 down, back attack. It says preemptive up there, but it's a back attack. 4 left, 4 down. It's gonna be pretty hard to do. Four left, 4 down. Okay, I think we're fine. Taking a bit of a risk here, but... yeah, that menu I did there, that could cause us to get a second encounter here. Rage. We got punished pretty hard there, initially. $34.41. My movement was a little bit cleaner there, we could have avoided that second encounter. But... 40, 44, 49. Guess we're doing 49. We had the extra gil from those extra elevator encounters, so that allowed us to buy the safety Geishel Greens. I could have avoided buying the Geishel Greens and hit a 34, 44, but I would have had to do a menu after 4 rotations here. Yeah, in terms of the limit part of the stack order at bottom swell, I'm going to have to leave Barret instead of Tifa. Come on. Then get the entire cutscene skip there, but or half of it. That was close. Did a bit of a left before the down left there. I did that last time and it was fine, but I think that's it. That's Oz for today. So if you get an encounter while you're in the side of the mountain, your coordinate gets reset and you get stuck. Yeah. You don't see it because we're bird's eye view while we're doing it. But while you're doing that setup for the calm skip thing, he's actually up in the air. Like, we glitch his Y coordinate, I believe. Like, we glitch his Y coordinate. If you get into an encounter, and then you exit the encounter, his coordinate gets set back down to the ground. So if you get an encounter while you're still in the mountain, then you just get stuck here. Well, look at my input display. We're just stuck, there's nothing we can do. Yeah. That's fine, we got tomorrow. I was expecting that I'd have work tomorrow, but apparently I don't. So, there's always tomorrow. It's still kind of shitty, but at least I don't have to, like, slog through, like, a really bad pace. I would have been able to make up the pace, but, like, you know, still would have felt bad. should probably sort out the potentiometer on my laser so that it doesn't struggle with backup discs sometimes. We're using like PSX originals right now, but it would still be nice to just be able to pop a disc in and it just loads up. Basix is back on 7. I guess it's 8 run died or something. Let's see, he had a 1:31:33 motorball, which is like, it's not far off mine, it's like 11 seconds faster. So it looks like he's playing out the same kind of run that I was on. Convinced me to be a Type 0 world record holder speedrunner. I won't be able to get a record on that, that's too action heavy. With FF7, it's not tactically turn-based, but compared to, you know, a game like that, you know, you actually get a chance to breathe in FF7. Action-heavy RPG runs like that, I don't have a stranglehold on, like at all. I mean, I don't really have a stranglehold in this game either, to be fair, but I can, you know, I can put up a good fight playing this game, but a run like that, the runner's mine now is stuck in the mountain. We are stuck. We got mountain locked. So, while we're doing the setup for Calm Skip, you know, like the Calm Flashback, I knew someone was going to make the joke. Thank you for putting us out of our misery, Origo. We were waiting for someone to make that joke. But yeah, for the Calm Skip setup, where we skip the Calm Flashback, I mean, you've played 7 lately, Suyohusk, you know there's supposed to be a flashback we go to, but we skip it. You don't see it because we're bird's eye view, but while you're doing the setup, we put ourselves in the air, like our Y coordinate is like much higher than the ground. But if you get into an encounter, what happens is that Y coordinate gets set to 0, or ground level. And if you're still inside the mountain, like I was when I got the encounter, then well, you get stuck here. Yeah, we're done for today, it looks like. I could do a CSR, but I haven't eaten yet, so... I could like, Could go and grab food during like the 5-minute break, but probably forget to go down and grab it if I do that. Still a couple of hours before the break as well. But hey, I have the day off tomorrow. We can go again. It's not too big of a deal. They need to be vigilant about remember to practice like an elevator before I start stream tomorrow. I practiced like a bunch of other shit this morning, but I didn't practice elevator. I don't think I had to because I got it fine yesterday, but both runs today that got to that point, I messed up something like on the way to the elevator. So I need to like practice like a full elevator. I'll try to do that tomorrow. But yeah, Basix is on roughly, not quite, it's a bit after, but he's roughly the same part of the game I was when I got stuck in the mountain here. And his pace, like the sort of run he's on is kind of the same type of run that I was on. Like he had like a 130, 133 mobile, which is only like 11 seconds faster. And it looks like he didn't have a great bottom swell split either. So yeah, he's on the same kind of run that I was on, it's only like 20 minutes afterwards. Let's go over there. Thank you for watching, everyone. Yeah, we get to play again tomorrow. Which is good. I had to kick myself for the next 3 days, because I choked and I was unable to play, but yeah. Alright, peace.